Hey guys, how's it going? This is JD, the mobile trader, coming to you on the Mobile Trader Network. Tonight is Thursday, January 28th, the year of post COVID. We're still taking it. Had a Folks got caught with Gamestop on both sides today, but I'm not going to really talk about that. First stock I want to look at right now, um, looking over a few charts, and something caught my eye with Cloudflare. Um, I like what I'm seeing, what I have on the screen right now. Um, That's the 50 period moving average. So this is basically the 50-day moving average. Cloudflare has been had a nice gap above it. Really nice gap. Came down, touched it, bounced off of that, broke through a little bit the last 3-day pullback. But what we have setting up right now is reclaim the 50. Nice double bottom. Found support in this area, and I call this a three-pin reversal, but or it could be a morning star doji. And I'm looking for my entry on net. Anything above $79.72 would be my entry for this. Nice little run. I mean, $3 or $4 run is cool for me. Um, I'm looking for to test this area right here, the 82.75. I'm not looking for a big move because we're also in the bottom of a trading range to an extent. If I want to draw it out like this, and I'm just looking for just a it would be either a quick swing trade or really a day trade on Friday. And so can make this the top of my range. We go down in here for the bottom, give or take like right there for that double bottom. And so we broke into this, came back, retested, ran up to the top, established that as a resistance level, supported the 50, retested the top of the range. So the range is established on the upside, bottom side, downside is established as well. We're right in the middle of this range. My RSI is in really good shape. This is a play for me. This is a play. My entries anything above 70, 79, 72. I could set my stop at the bottom of this candle. Um, that's really actually a good stop there around the $74 range. But if you really want to let have a wider stop, it could be to the bottom of this range. But we fall below this candle, we're probably gonna have a bearish run to this area. So let's see what the option would be. We got Cliff hopped in here. Let's see here. Let's see. And we'll go to net real quick. And I would look for the monthly. I might check the weekly, see what's happening. But I really want to stick to the monthlies because net can be the type of a swing trade. I'm gonna check a little news, but I mean, I usually don't put all the strikes in there. A little out of the money right here is not that bad. A little pricey for some. February 19th, $80 call is a nice setup. IV is a little high, but we can check something. But that one, and really the only other one that's going to play is the $75 call. So let me put that down, and I'll put. So we're going February 19th, $80 call, $75 call, and looking for that range that we showed on the screen. And here's one thing that I like to do. Also, I like to get a quick look. Let me put this up. I use Investors Business Daily a lot, and I just try to catch a cup. I want to see the accumulation distribution layout of that. I think I put it up on the screen for y'all. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. It's a B, solid breakout technicals. That's okay on the 27th market cycle. I just want to pull it. I like to pull up news to see if there's anything. I don't want to run into earnings. I don't want to accidentally find out that earnings are coming up, but I want to see if we have any Uh, IBD also talks. They do a lot of good things with the technicals as well. I'm scrolling down fundamentals. Nah, no big deal. We good. I'm good with the chart. It's not going to be a long term play for me. Um, Nets on my list. I tell you what else popped on my list to the downside, and I Merck was one of the ones that I was looking for. I was holding Merck for a long term possibility on the virus side. Right now, we're down in the futures were down like a couple of hundred, but well, I got it on my chart, and I always like to have something to the downside if we get a negative day. I want to have a red something for put. So okay, Nikkei's down 650, Bitcoin's up to 33.
You can't see your screen.
Okay, thank you. I'm gonna let me get it back to you. There we go. Thank you. Let's see what we got. Down 271 on the Dow. Nasdaq's down 194. So we might start off the day red tomorrow, and the Qs are looking for a base. It might run down into the 316 handle. So anyway, if we get something red, this is what I was looking at on for Merck. Merck's selling off. It filled a gap, but basically this has been one leg. It's two legs. That's a third leg. That might be an exhaustion candle, but I really feel that we might be hunting for a little bit lower. If it falls below, um, what's my entry? 7707. So like I'd set an alert like 77. If it's at or below 77, it's going to give me an alert to kind of take a look at it because it's got a lot of uphill issues to deal with in Merck, and it's been in. This is legitimately a trading range with Merck. Let me remove this out. Like, and if y'all want to put something in the chat, if you want me to take a look at something, just let me know, and we can compare and contrast. My thoughts on it. But Merck, they had the issues that their two key candidates for COVID, the COVID vaccine, failed pretty much, and they're saying that they're focused on more of the other therapeutic side of it. And yeah, you can say that, but that's to me that's still they've spent a lot of money on that. So we got some outliers out here, down here. So we're in the trading range. We're almost at the base of bottom of a trading range. So I needed to go below 77 because I don't want to short at the bottom of a range. Um, and when I say range, it doesn't have to be the exact to the penny. Um, I could make it right in here. And that might be a buy zone for somebody, So I want to see. It's just something that caught my attention. So this is definitely not one to say let's hop into. But before I check your next one, ARK is setting up for me. I'm a big fan of ARK. Let me just remove these so you can see a little bit better. Have my price levels. And thing about ARK, they have a lot of strong stocks in there. And when they start buying in when certain companies, they don't just buy on a whim. They buy on moves when they're established runs or established moves that they're looking to make. And they made a buy on Tesla today and buy in Roku. So those are two key ones that are in there, and they're also on my list. I see us found support, double bottom. If I go in a little bit further, we're gapping away from the 50 RSI is in great shape. That topping sell-off found support. I'm looking for a continuation on ARK to ride this. I mean, this is a bull channel, bullish channel. I can draw the trend line in this manner like this. I could draw it from here up to the top, which I'll do. I'll do it like that for now. I'm gonna remove that, or I could angle this a little bit more like I had on that trend line. So I'm just trying to check it in different areas. But the key for me, it found support right in this area. My entry, and it makes a new high from the previous day. So this is Thursday, the high of the day. So my entry on it, what I've written down is 141.84. And the high on that one right there is also 142.50. So that's going to be a light point of contention. But if I get a new high, I'm comfortable going in on that. And my stop would probably be right below this one right here, because if it falls below this area, that, the 135.50 ish, if it falls below that, the bear case is intact. So it's come to the point right now where there's a bull in the bear case. I'm looking for the bull case. I'm seeing a doji candle on the reversal for me, and really it is a 3 pin that I like to use. Shout out to 3 pin Monty and Steph. And there's a tiny wick there, 1 pin, 2 pin, 3 pin, and I look for that. Let me set that back up right. Look for that entry. So on ARK, let's find an option for that, because I like ARK. I'm just a big fan, and I'm in. I think I have shares of ARK also too. So it's a long-term buy and hold, but this is also a swing setup for me. Um, what do we have with ARK? This is a monthly. Let's see what they have. They have the weeklies, but look, we want at least more than 14 days. I want the monthly option. I want some good open interest. And it's a little pricey, but I'm cool with this IV, implied volatility. The best one for me, that 140 is nice. After hours, what did it do? 139. So the 140 is going to be a little pricey for some, but that fits the bill. Also, that 142.96 is not bad. So February 19th, 140 call, 142.96. Those all fit the criteria. We got Brooke Williams in the house. Let's see what the next one is. Hey, Larry, you said it'll go get that wick. What was I looking at, man? On net.
Yeah, on that,
Let's go
I
back
think it
to
was
that.
gonna go try to
Go down and tap it.
go down and fill that wicket around that 74 price point. And then it's somewhat of an ugly head and shoulders pattern. Not was it wick? Yeah, was it net you was on?
Let's see. I had net, Merc.
Merc. It may have been Merc.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
ooh,
Merc. So zoom in some right there, that wick right there. Yep.
yeah, yeah.
It may go down there to try to fill that wick. And then that's kind of an ugly head and shoulders pattern.
Uh huh.
Like on a bigger top. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
head there.
Let me
But
see.
that right shoulder is higher. See,
It's up
it's
here.
more
Yeah,
defined on the weekly. Yeah.
left shoulder, and I can go right. I can go right across it. If it does come through into this area, man,
Yep.
it's
Then you
no
can look
man's
out.
land.
Yeah, you can look out for that 65 wick field. That 64, 66. Right.
Right in
Yeah, you
there.
can look
Uh
for that
huh.
wick field.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on Merc on the downside, guys. I'll set some alerts for that. If y'all want me to look at anything, put it in the chat. I got a couple more I want to take a peek at. Um, Staying with biotech, I'm long term CRISPR. CRISPR got a couple of downgrades, and the weekly pulling back, but it was still, it's had a serious run. But I think what I like is that it's hit that 50, and it's respecting it. Came down. It's still a lot of overhead supply. This is a 3-pin reversal, but it's a tough climb. I'm comfortable above that a little bit more, this previous hard, hard sell-off candle. But let's avoid, not avoid it. Um, be careful with CRISPR. That's not going to be on the list. It's more of a long-term play that you have to just deal with. Uh, Here's one that kind of stood out for me. I've been in phase since this run, like at 10. It was at 108 when I made the call on it. But it had the S&P inclusion, so I made a nice run with that. Um, and then it's I call it the afterglow. It had the S&P inclusion, consolidation, like inclusion, consolidation, and a little bit of a follow through, and the topping pattern sold off, came back to structure, found support. It filled a serious gap that was created. It tried to fill it there. It just filled it this week and found support. No serious gaps to contend with. And I'm looking at the Biden administration going with some nice positive moves on the clean energy bill. He just signed it recently, so that could be a possibility of a positive move. Let's do something real quick. Let's go to Investor Business Daily. I just want to do that real quick, and in phase. It's a solar company, so it falls into that narrative. The price has been it's a mover when it catches momentum. Uh, B. I like the accumulation distribution is a B. I like the A pluses that are going, but it's had a run. It's had a pullback um, on this chart. I mean, I'm sure there's other news out there, but I'm just looking for something quick. This entry would be. I would look for a run above anything. My entry is above 195.70, and
We
but
can't see your screen.
huh?
We can't see your screen.
Oh, thank you. Goodness. Well, I got the checks and balances I needed. Thank you. This is kind of it could be a parabolic wedge pattern to the downside, like just a sharp down play, and then you have a reversal, but it may not capture this. The real entry, you'll feel good about if we break above this range, but there could be time. This guy likes to make a move, man. Once it does, recapture, like we had a three candle reversal right there with the doji, but it was a green, it was a green doji over here, consolidation and a breakout. I'm looking, I'm interested, very interested in phase, something to keep an eye on. Let's look at the option chain really quick because I like the pullbacks to support. When I can get a pullback, but I thing about it, I don't want to have it just to be an acute pullback to where it's just it's too much to overcome. It's yeah. Implied volatility is high, pricey. 2 G's for this basic option. So we're going 21. They're pricing a $21 move on this. 21.30, $37 move in one direction over the next 22 days. Uh, hmm. It's worth a look, but I mean, it's a in phase is pricey. it caught that. But GM, here's one. Here's a swing trade that I've been tracking for a minute. Been tracking Akimoto. We put that in our stock scouting report on the electric vehicles. This was like the call out play. It was a lower, it was December, early part of December, first week down here, probably 15 bucks, 11 bucks, give or take. I like this setup. It doesn't move a lot. It moves like 90 cents a day. But every so often you catch a move. This is a possible swing trade for me. It's just not a great chart. It's kind of some indecision, a lot of dojis, a lot of wicks. So I'd like to see it clear. What's that? The high at 24.39. So just something to keep your eye on. Um, it there's really not any gaps to come back to. So it could trend. We have just a nice. I mean, it's kind of a wide bull channel going into consolidation right here, and there's a little bit of a wedge pattern just forming right there. So it's gonna the decision, is like it's either gonna break out or break down. It's gonna what is it, barbecue or mildew? It's one or the other. So it's a little kind of sharp for me. When I start doing like, it's not really a winner type of chart. Roku was looking good, but there's a couple of gaps on Roku. Roku can pop you, or it can find a way to do it. That gap right there, it's not that far away. Now, if Roku breaks above, let me draw this line right here. Now look for the high, the previous high of 409.11. Breaks above that, we could run to 420. Not saying it will, these are probabilities, not buy, sell, or hold recommendation, but I'm comfortable. I like Roku. That's a 3-pin reversal for me right there. That's 1, 2, 3. It could be, I mean, if this were a doji, it's a Morningstar doji. I'm looking for a break above that trend line. It's not a heavy overhead supply, but we can come back up into this little range right here and see what happens. I'm thinking Roku's a little pricey. Yeah, 3 racks. Let's see what the weekly. 14 days, 15 days out. No. 8 days. Nah, man. Mm-mm. If you want to spend a little bit on this, sitting at bat at 400, we come out at 425, but it's that's a ways away. But Roku can move like 11 ticks in a day, 12. Let's see what the average. And guys, what I'm looking at right now, I'm looking for the ATR. That's the average true range. It tells me what it goes. It can go 20 bucks in a day on the average true range. Like, how far does that price range go? You don't want look at you have to look at that if you're going to trade options. You don't have to, even if you don't have a feel for it. But like, these are the ones that move very low. So like the True, it moves 21 cents a day. So if you buy options out of the money, it might not get to your price level. Ford only moves 41 cents. Uh, so you need time with those. But something like Roku, Tesla goes 37, Roku goes 20, Netflix 22. Uh, AutoZone 29. So you got 46 for the micro strategy. NNDM, okay, nice, Brooke. And knee, let's take a peek. NNDM is on mine. I just gotta quit acting funny with it, man. I had that in my long-term thing. I cashed out. NNDM, yeah, it's coming off a beautiful base. The broader the base, the sweeter the juice. That's the blacker the berry. But still, yeah, that's a beautiful. This is accumulation, possible markup, and a little pullback to look for an entry. Higher lows, man. I love that, and the pullback to a support area. I haven't traded in NDM. I've only owned it. I don't know how it moves. The high, the entry is at like 50, above $15. 15.15 is the really the comfortable entry, and this thing can move. What is? Let's go back to the symbols. All right, and in DM, it probably moves like $1.12 a day or something like that. Let's see. $1.52. More brother is on it. Yeah, that so that could be a swing or even a long-term bond hold because Kathy Wood goes hard on NNDM. Let's see knee real quick. My eye is itching. Oh, nice. This is an energy company. Okay, let me get a little something on this real quick. You always have some good ones, Brooke. Thank you. Florida Power Light breaks down. Analyst actions. Wells Fargo adjusts next target to 100. Yeah, you got the upgrade too. Oh boy. And I guess we charted this before because I had that channel, that trading range that it was hanging out in. Let me extend that to the right. Bam. A lot of times those breakouts, the initial breakouts will fail. Tap it, breakout, fail. Come up, can't get out, fail again, and then there'll be a gap at that bottom of that range, and then it'll push. That's an inside bar with, what's the high? 83, 86. I don't have a feel for the trade on this one. Shoot, Larry, you got a vibe on this one, man? Cliff, I don't feel comfortable with this one. This feels more so like a pullback to retest to reclaim this area. Like it wants to come back down to this trading range and give a better entry, maybe test a 50. That's
Let me
just
look.
me.
I think I might have charted that earlier. I think that looked familiar. Let me look at my chart real quick. You can keep going. I'm just gonna
Okay.
look on the side.
Yeah, I wish I had a more of a comfortable feel for that. Brooke, what do you feel on it, Brooke?
I'm actually long in this one, and it's partner NEP. But I was on their earnings call the other day. They've got a lot of stuff like waiting to pop off. They've
Okay.
got infrastructures ready going through 2022. So,
Oh, if this is a long-term play, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Especially on the weekly.
but
That is
I did trade it the other day. This is that NEP one that I was in since December, and I traded it. I traded it on Monday. I think I made like a good $1,000 off of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I like that. It That's one of the best weekly charts I've
Yeah,
seen. Taking Go ahead.
I had it marked up on a 4 hour chart.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to pull it up? You want it or
Yeah, I can show it real quick
yeah.
on what I saw.
It's all you.
This is what I was looking at when I marked it up.
That pull back to that area.
They pulled back to the area because it closed this gap.
Yeah.
So when they closed that gap, I was thinking it was going to come back to retest this zone because I think that might be a spot on the daily.
It is.
Yeah, that had my interest.
And you could, that looks like that demand zone. Like,
So I was looking forward to possibly come back here
mm-hmm.
before I made a play on it.
That's that candle. That's the long candle I saw on the daily, the down,
Yeah,
and then the inside bullish
I
candle.
just didn't like. Yeah, I just didn't like this candle here.
Yeah.
It's in no man's land on that candle. But then when I dropped down to the 30-minute chart, you got some strong bullish momentum to come in, and it might come down here to get this wick.
Yeah. Okay. Shoot.
So I'm just kind of watching it to see what it does. If it comes out here in the zone, then I'm definitely probably gonna make a play on it.
Okay. Shoot, I appreciate that one, Larry. Well, look, let's go with a couple more. I was looking at swing solo. Solo's been on my electromagnetica. It's a niche uh, electric vehicle maker. They make the 3-wheel vehicles. I'm cool with that little weekly. But if anything, I like as a Head and Shoulders and kind of tested it, broke it a little bit. It and there's a nested Head and Shoulders here. It could break this down. So I'm kind of just watching this right now. There's a gap that it still hadn't filled down here. So that's something that just I hadn't gotten back in and rebuilt my position, but I had a nice run with that. But Peloton was setting up for me. We filled a gap, ran up, gap down, filled that, and now we got a nice double whammy right here. We got the double bottom to an extent. It's like at the angle for me within that range. But what I do like, well, it filled this gap. When I call it a gap, like the high was here and we broke away from it and we basically came back down and that's testing, that's support. Um, when I say support right there, that's going to be my area. And when it found that little area of support, we had your doji, next doji, the entry. And this is actually within a range, the bottom of a range. The entry is at the high of 150.46. So let's set the alert there. So I really like that Peloton play. And I think it's kind of decoupled from that thought process of it's only a stay-at-home stock. It's more than that. I think they have a moat from a standpoint of, well, not a moat. They have a nice following uh, along with that. So we're gonna have that. That's the alert, and I'm gonna look for an option. Not saying I'm gonna trade it, but and these will probably happen after lunch tomorrow, just to see. Pricey a little bit. Yeah. The one that looks the best is the 135 call. I do like that delta. I like the open interest there. Um, but all the way out to wow. Yeah, these aren't that bad out here. I don't want to go too far out because anything can go down, and this IV is kind of high, so we could lose value. So for me, if I'm risking 1,000, I'm going in the money. I'm going, and I would just go one contract and cut out all the riffraff with the extra. So the 135 call is comfortable for me. And I like that open interest right there. Some out of the money folks are going pretty good. Let's see what the put call ratio is. It's bullish on that side. Bullish all the way into the deep in the monies are still bullish too. All right, I like Peloton. So we did that. We got GM and PACB. That's a nice catch right there. Push up, topping pattern, just a nice reversal pattern right there. Sold off, but it wasn't a heavy sell off. It was like a retest. Catching structure. I like this little area, but I'm not in it, not looking to get in just yet. I don't. Now that I'm looking at it a little bit more, that top wick is selling pressure. It's a hold on GM. There's a chance GM, if it falls below 49.50, you know, it might come into this zone and start testing the 47 and try to maybe fill a gap down here and snip the 50-day. So I'm holding off on GM for a long play. Now, long term, that's different. These are all trades. Here's one that I've been talking about since I saw the dude on the commercial. His name is Hoot C. He says a Generac. We had water, we had ice, we had coffee. The Generac allowed me to stay in my home for 21 days. I swear by the Generac. The natural gas. What is this thing? The power. You know what I'm talking about, man. The, for when the power goes out. Let's see. A little inside candle right there. There's a gap to fill. Think about Generac. Generac likes to pop a little bit. You get some candles, get a nice move with some. See what kind of at 8 million. Volume hadn't been real heavy though. 500,000, 900. What was yesterday? Today. Be careful with Generac with the volume. It's not. It's a no play for me. It might be a long term buy and hold, but it's not a. It's not a. I'm not gonna trade Generac. I just like Hoot C on that commercial. PACB, Pacific Biosciences, and ARK Invest has just come back in. That's the setup I like. Had a nice run up and topping pattern sold off. Doji. So this is a Morningstar Doji. This is a nice reversal pattern. My entry would be above 35.70. And let's go to the weekly because it's still overbought on the weekly. I'm looking down here at the RSI. Let me look at this, or let me look at the daily again. What I do like about the daily, it's not overbought. It came back down and looks like it wants to find. And sometimes I'll draw a trend line within my RSI, and you can see it respecting. Bam, down there, found support. Bam, found support. Came down and found support again. That's getting a little nitpicky, but if I spot a pattern down here, I'll look down there. So PACB, let's see how it moves. $3.45 a day. Let's see what the news is. Can I get some news, brother? Let's see. Let's get PACB. ARK Invest post stock sales for Thursday. But they bought PACB, I thought. Hedge funds, Alphabet. I'll look again, but it doesn't matter. they sometimes if they have over if she's over a certain percentage allotment, they'll trim. So PACB February 10th after the market closes for earnings. So we're good with that. So the 10th of February. Okay, we have a 14-day window on PACB for one of the plays, that's like an earnings play. You can go 14 days out. It doesn't have to be exactly 14 days, but um, you look for a push into earnings. So that's PACB's on my chart. Let's see. It makes the list for tomorrow. See what the option chain looks like. I mean, they only have monthly, so that's good. And the prices are not crazy. The play right here, that 35, that's a winner. And the price looks great. Looks tasty. Split the bid. IV's kind of high, but it. So when IV is high like this, there's somebody out here. They're selling. They're selling options. They might be at this, out at 45. But I'm looking to hop in on this one right here. This is February 19th, $35 call. I like that. I like the delta. I like the open interest. Only thing that I'm not a fan of is this implied volatility. So that's going to be something to pay attention to. Let's see what's in the chat bar. Okay, I appreciate that, Cliff. And let's look at NEP. I knew she said NEP. Let's see. That's the partnership. Okay, same chart. Similar. Actually, this chart looks a little bit same. Let me see knee and NEP, man. Because this looks a little bit better than knee, I think. Yeah, this is an inside bar, inside candle. And this, I mean, that bearish engulfing, it ate up all that. But on NEP, this wick is above this candle, that body. I'm not trading it. I don't know it that well, but anyway, let's go with the last one. Square looks actually okay. It recaptured the 50. That's a nice reversal. We get above this, the high of 222.58. Set my alert. Above that is a good area to kind of keep an eye on. But then what's the high right there? What's the it's like a $3 move. But think about Square. Square can pump a little bit, but it could pop. Yeah, I'm looking at that. They're waiting on this on both sides. 29.785, 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. 29.785, 29.272. It's still bullish, seriously bullish. Wow, that 220, man. That's unusual. You know, they say unusual options action, or I gotta put that down for us. February 19th, and keep a note of that. The 220 call, and write down the open interest. And it's 29,785 open interest on the call side. Puts have 29,000 as well. But I'm
Jetty, them SQs move inverse, don't they?
Yeah.
Okay. We
'Cause,
on the same page then.
well, not this one. You talking about SQQ?
No, that one there, SQ, that's Square in it.
That's
Never
Square.
mind.
Yeah. Because
Oh yeah. Some good stuff coming out of Square. I think some like Square may be stepping into that space to allow people to buy stocks too,
wow,
like Cash App.
they're speculating. Oh yeah, because they just said Square stocks gained MasterCard shows improving U.S. users could switch to Cash App. Ah, yeah. Well, I mean, Square Cash App is part of Square, so but they're gonna try to capture all the Robinhood folks. It's just
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, that's okay, guys. Thank you, Larry.
yeah.
This might be a swing hold right here. Let's take a look at what Square does on IBD for me real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap. Now I'm not gonna drop bars, but I'm gonna wrap WRAP and 96. That's lagging, but still, I just like Square, man. Let me see one more thing on Yahoo Finance. I'm not even showing y'all. I bet. Sorry about that. Let me see here if I can get back. There we go. Yahoo Finance. So Square makes a play that doggone when I get on Yahoo Finance, the main thing I'll go to, I want to go to holders. And I'm sure they have big time holders, but I want to see like 0.97 by insiders. Institutional ownership is heavy, 77%. Percentage of the float held by institutions, 78. 1,300 institutions hold it. The big names are in it, of course. So Square, I mean, of course, we know Square is a long-term buy and hold for everybody on that. But this just ARK has them, State Street, uh, BlackRock, Vanguard, Morgan Stanley. So if there's any doubt that institutional ownership and backing is in here for Square, uh, it is no doubt. Let me just see something real quick for GameStop. We can find out who owns them, if they have any institutional backing, if it's like if there was because everybody knows there's a front going on for some stuff. A lot of insiders holding that. That's a good thing. A lot of company ownership. 122% of the shares held by institutions. So we got BlackRock in here to the long side, Susquehanna, Morgan Stanley, State Street. So all these companies still own GameStop. They're not shorting it. These are long plays since as of September 29th. And the little that little head, those what was it? The Melvin Capital was shorting it, and the Citadel bailed out Melvin Capital, and Robinhood uses the Citadel to route, or Citadel Financial to route most of their orders. Order
Don't
flow.
sit it there on Robinhood.
Pretty much they own them to the point of like
Yeah.
Robinhood
But
has to answer to them.
Yeah.
And then Melvin Capital borrowed 3 billion from Citadel to
Yeah.
remain solvent. So
And
I
then
mean,
I know a person who had to call like to get out of his. He had 23,000 puts, 23,000 contracts for
on
puts
GameStop.
on GameStop. And when TD or E Trade froze it, he picked up the phone and made a phone call, and they let him out of his trade. So you
Mm,
know what type of money you got to be dealing with.
yeah, it's not no
To
thousandaire.
Yeah, you
And
nowhere near. You nowhere near a thousandaire. But to pick up the phone and call E Trade market makers and say,
they can
"Let me out
stop
of
it.
this trade,"
Mm, yeah,
because I would have closed, but y'all froze,
right.
halted trading. They ain't doing that for no average Joe Blow.
And they can rewind that trade, act like it never happened.
NJ, they here, brother.
I love that. That's I'm gonna put the salute out to dude, man. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. I'm thank y'all for coming in, man. Thanks for stepping in, Larry, Brooke, Cliff. We had Naomi, Hot Rod. You didn't get a chance to participate, Rod, man. Well, before I go, man, is there a stock you want me to take a look at before I hop off?
Yeah. Let me see here. Hold on. I was looking at some.
All right.
Yeah, give me your opinion on CRM.
And it's gonna be for long term or trade. What?
I got till I think I got till the end of February.
Oh, it's setting up, man. It's churning. That was a perfect.
We can't see
It
your
gapped
screen.
down.
I got February's.
February 19 calls.
JD, can you share your screen?
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I'm gonna get
I
better
got
at it.
February 19th.
Okay, what's the strike? What's the strikers?
I got 210.
Okay. Oh yeah, you in the money, man. Let's see. The high for an entry on that. CRM looks good right now. It's in the trading range, but if it breaks this 50, which it should, I can't say when, but you got time. Uh, there is a small gap right here, but if it breaks above at 230.30, and then the other level is 233.18. It has you a chance to run, man. Give you some good money, but we need to get above this 50-day, which could happen tomorrow, 229.60, or right now it's kind of holding steady. Let's see what the futures are doing. Down 350. So it's going to be a red day tomorrow. But you had some time, man. I mean, I like the way this looks. It's some overhead supply above. I don't know how far it's going to run, but it has a chance to at least fill this gap up here. It just we need to clear that. So, kind of have your exit strategy in mind if it turns against you. Uh, if you get below that 219, it might run on down into 216s or whatever. So just be prepared on that side too. Uh, but I like how it looks because it reclaimed. Let me just get out of here like that. Let me back out. I don't like how my charts
JD, I
are.
like it too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I like it too. I see you right on the money with what I'm saying. That I could see it hitting 240, 248
because
with the
it's
time, but
consolidating, man, right now. And I mean, it's a bull flag, even though it's a gap up
yeah,
from the bottom of that range. It's testing the top of a range.
232 is my concern area.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
get up there. I'm in the money. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if it break 232, then you got a clean run because when you look left on that 4-hour chart,
Mm-hmm.
you got a nice clean traffic on that candle, but that 232 is like
Yeah.
the decision making time.
Okay,
Gotcha.
man.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I wish we had more for you, but shoot, let me see something
Oh.
on the options chain for you real quick. Kind of you
Now
said you're on
that
the
kind of
210s?
confirmed. Yeah, that kind of confirmed a lot for me because what I did was, or what I do is, I do like calendar spreads. So I sold at 232 for Friday. Brought in $100.
Okay.
Brought in $100. So
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was looking at too. 232 the first resistance. So yeah. So
Nice play.
that kind of confirms it for me.
Cool.
Yeah, that
cool.
232 zone, when you peek to your left, you got a lot of
That's some resistance,
testing
man.
there.
Like
Yeah.
some. So that's a good. It's channeling, man. That's perfect on that spread there.
Yeah. So that's weekly income for me. Rent money.
Nice. Well, shoot. Man, I appreciate you coming in. How are you in Mo's group in the DCG?
Yeah, I'm in there. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I just popped this in here tonight. Just just dropped in. So I'm
Now
gonna wrap.
you got a group too?
Yeah, it's just a little mastermind group on Telegram, and but I'm mostly in the stock scouts. Mo and I are in there, so we that's where we hang and do most of the work. So, but
What is the stock scout? What's that?
oh, that's our Facebook group, man. Shoot, I'll post it in the
Oh yeah, I need that invite. Yeah, because I mean I'm not full time, but you can't tell by my dedication.
I mean, shoot, you coming in with the calendar spread and supporting resistance. Oh yeah, that's the name of the game. Let's
Yeah.
see here. We it's just basically, man, most of the people that are in DCG on Mo's group and then over in my Telegram group, everybody meets up in the stock scouts, man. So I'll shoot you the link in on Telegram. I'll
Yeah,
shoot it to you
please
in
do.
the message on there. So but yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all coming out tonight, man. I had to get this in, man. I had to get my mind right with all the rigmarole was going on with GameStop and the Robinhood and all that. So I kind of it's like, man, there's other stocks in the sea,
Yeah.
but because my eyes got big, dollar signs got big in my eyes when they ran up to 500 this morning in the pre-market.
You and everybody else. I feel like I missed the boat. It's one more I got into too, and I think it's a good buy. If you look at ED, I don't know if you got any more time, but ED.
Yeah. Let's see. ED is in Consolidated Edison.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Okay.
at some strong support. Look like it's consolidating right now.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see what do they do, man? Is that a energy company?
Yeah, they are a utilities company.
Okay. Utilities trying to get a lot of play right now. Yeah, man. I couldn't trade it for me, but I miss things like this one on the reversal. Like, but I just there's fear off of me for this one right there. That double top is fighting. But I mean it showed a double bottom coming up, trying to test a little bit. So much overhead supply for me. I'd have to miss the boat on it, man. But
Gotcha. Okay.
that consolidation is strong. And when I say miss the boat, it's because I never traded it before. That's the only reason. I'm trying to look at that trading range, man.
It's up at 80. Up at 80. That's why I'm taking to 78, 80.
Yeah.
I traded before and
Okay.
I traded that first dip back there.
Well, that you got the comfort level with that, man.
Yeah.
Let's see it this March. Yeah, that's the Rona waterfall right there. And it's down. Okay.
Oh, you long on that?
Yeah, I'm long on it.
Yeah, you know it then, because
I couldn't make it, man. I just
I see that wick field down there towards that 60 mark, but you know how it moves. So, because to me, that drop that came over to the left that JD pointed out,
You
it's
Yeah.
talking
like
about
a bear flag to me
Gotcha.
to go back
Okay.
down there and test that resistance. But you might be straight for that pop up.
that's the only
Don't, yeah.
thing. It's like the tested right here,
Yeah, that
but
next
this,
candle would be key to me.
my concern is
Gotcha.
that's the tight bare channel, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times most of those will get a second full leg down.
Cause
Sometimes,
draw your resistance line right there. That's where you got right at the top and go up right there. Draw that across,
yeah.
and then draw that support line up under that at that 65.
Oh, we're going down there.
We're right in there, anywhere in that area, really, because you know it's a zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to wait to see what it do in this range.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
pops above that 50, that's
Yeah. My stop at 68. So
Oh,
if
okay,
it give us,
nice.
Okay.
yeah, if it give below 68, I'm out. Just like you
Yeah,
said, because it could
you
go,
protecting yourself. You protecting
yeah, it
yourself. Yeah.
could go
Yeah.
down to that 62. You right.
Nice, man. You got the program lined up, dog. Well, shoot. Well, look,
Yeah, he
y'all.
does.
I appreciate it, man. I didn't mean to go long, but y'all, thank y'all for coming in. I think I might open the trading room tomorrow morning. So this is the same link, man. I'll have it maybe 8 a.m. Central, like 30 minutes before the bell. Y'all can pop in.
Oh, great. All right. Yeah, I'm always up looking. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'll catch y'all tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, my brother, y'all be easy.
All right, Larry. I'll catch you, man.
Hey, don't forget to send that Facebook link for me, please.
Okay, I'll send it in about 5 minutes.
Yes, sir.
All right.